Once upon a time, in a remote village nestled amidst serene mountains, there lived an old Zen master named Ryo. He was renowned throughout the land for his profound wisdom and his ability to impart timeless lessons through simple stories. One day, a young traveler named Koji arrived in the village. Koji had heard of the legendary Zen master and was eager to meet him. With hope in his heart and a curious mind, he ventured up the steep mountain path that led to Ryo's humble abode. After a long and arduous journey, Koji finally reached the Zen master's dwelling. He found Ryo sitting outside, gazing at the breathtaking view of the mountains. The air was crisp, and the only sound was the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze. Koji approached Ryo with reverence and said, "Master, I have traveled from afar seeking your wisdom. Please, share with me the secrets of life and the path to enlightenment." Ryo smiled warmly and invited Koji to sit beside him. He gestured to a small teapot and 2 empty cups on a low wooden table. With great care, Ryo poured tea into one cup and then the other, filling them to the brim. As Koji watched the tea overflow from one cup to the other, he couldn't contain his curiosity any longer. "Master," he asked, "why do you pour tea when the cup is already full? It will only spill over." Ryo's eyes twinkled with wisdom as he replied, "Like this teacup, your mind is already full of preconceived notions, beliefs, and desires. If you come seeking wisdom with a mind that is full, there will be no room for the teachings to enter. You must first empty your cup, Koji, to receive what I have to offer." Koji nodded in understanding and took a deep breath, attempting to clear his mind of cluttered thoughts. Ryo continued, "Let me tell you a story, young traveler. It is a story of 2 monks who embarked on a journey to seek enlightenment. Once, in a distant monastery, 2 monks named Kenzo and Hiroshi lived and practiced together. They were close friends and shared a deep aspiration to attain enlightenment. One day, they heard of a renowned hermit living atop a remote mountain, said to hold the key to ultimate wisdom. The 2 monks were filled with excitement and decided to undertake the arduous journey to meet the hermit. After days of climbing steep paths and enduring harsh weather, they reached the hermit's cave. With great anticipation, they approached him and bowed respectfully. The hermit, an old man with a long white beard, greeted them with a warm smile. "What brings you here, my friends?" he asked. "We seek enlightenment, wise one," replied Kenzo. "We have traveled far and faced many hardships to meet you." The hermit nodded and said, "Enlightenment is a profound journey. I can guide you, but it will not be easy. You must be willing to learn and unlearn, to let go of what you think you know." The 2 monks agreed wholeheartedly and began their training with the hermit. They meditated for hours, observed the natural world, and engaged in deep philosophical discussions. They lived a simple life, away from the distractions of the world. As the months turned into years, Kenzo and Hiroshi diligently followed the hermit's teachings. However, they approached their training differently. Kenzo was eager to grasp every concept quickly, always striving for more knowledge. He read countless books on spirituality, seeking to understand every facet of enlightenment. On the other hand, Hiroshi adopted a different approach. He embraced the present moment, surrendering himself to the wisdom of nature and the hermit's guidance. He didn't rush his progress, but allowed it to unfold naturally. As time passed, Kenzo became frustrated. He felt that he should have reached enlightenment by now, given his extensive knowledge and effort. Hiroshi, on the other hand, remained patient and focused on the journey itself, rather than the destination. One day, the hermit called Kenzo and Hiroshi to him. He said, "Both of you have made remarkable progress, but there is one more lesson to learn. Tomorrow, I will send you both to the nearby village to fetch water. However, you must carry water in cups made of leaves, not the usual wooden pails." The monks were puzzled, but obeyed the hermit's instructions. The next day, they made the arduous descent to the village and filled their leaf cups with water from the stream. As they began their ascent, Kenzo couldn't help but worry. He feared that his cup would spill and that he would fail the hermit's test. Hiroshi, however, climbed the mountain with a serene smile, his leaf cup balanced perfectly. When they reached the hermit's cave, the old man examined their cups and said, "Kenzo, your cup is dry, and Hiroshi's cup is full." "What have you learned?" Kenzo was disheartened and frustrated, unable to understand why he had failed such a simple task. Hiroshi, though, bowed to the hermit and said, "I have learned that when we focus on the destination and rush toward it, we often stumble and spill the precious moments of the journey. But when we embrace the journey itself, every step becomes a moment of fulfillment." The hermit smiled and nodded in approval. "You have both learned well," he said. "Kenzo, your thirst for knowledge is admirable, but you must also cultivate patience and presence. Enlightenment is not a destination to be hurriedly reached, but a lifelong journey to be experienced." From that day forward, Kenzo and Hiroshi continued their training with a newfound understanding. Kenzo learned to balance his pursuit of knowledge with the patience to allow wisdom to unfold naturally. Hiroshi continued to embrace the journey, finding enlightenment in every step. As the years passed, both monks achieved enlightenment, each in their own unique way. Kenzo's wisdom was deepened by his knowledge, while Hiroshi's was enriched by his presence and acceptance of the moment. And so, Koji, the story of Kenzo and Hiroshi teaches us that the path to enlightenment is not a race but a journey. It is a journey of self-discovery, patience, and embracing the present moment. Just as Kenzo and Hiroshi learn, we must balance our thirst for knowledge with the wisdom of being fully present in each moment of our lives. Koji sat in deep contemplation, absorbing the wisdom of Ryo's story. He realized that the journey to enlightenment was not about reaching a destination, but about embracing the beauty of the path itself. With a heart full of gratitude, he thanked the Zen master and began his own journey of self-discovery, knowing that it would be a lifelong adventure filled with valuable lessons along the way.